Okay, look, I know this is a trans experience episode. Channel, but I really just kind of wanted to goof around to show you guys my weapon collection. Um, and also talk about like some other things like guns. I'm actually planning on getting a firearms license soon. Uh, and To a lot of cis people, whenever I talk about like guns and I think guns are cool, and I know a lot of people who are just like really crazy aim with that kind of stuff. They're like, "Whoa, a trans person interested in guns is crazy. You're going across." It's like I'm just a person. I can be interested in anything I want. But it's like most trans people I know have guns, and the reason that is because there are people out there who want us dead, who don't even know us. I've met people like that in my life. And frankly, having a firearms around when people there's that much hatred makes you feel safer. Also, just you guys are probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm just gonna be a little bit of an advocate for guns rights here. You look like 100 years ago or so, not even just like ever for the past 100 years, people have had access to like I don't want to say military grade because that doesn't really mean anything, but just really high end firearms, and there hasn't been the kind of shootings that there are today. I think that the reason we have as many shootings as we do is more psychological than access to guns. I think that if you restrict guns, what's going to happen is bad people, are going to get guns anyway. Um, and then people like me aren't going to feel safe because I'm not allowed to carry a weapon. I'm going to be like, yo, fuck that. I'm going to carry my pistol anyway. I don't have a pistol yet, but I plan on getting one as soon as this COVID thing ends. As you can see, I'm a fan of weapons. I got this on not Instagram, on Etsy. Actually, I love this. It's so cool. But yeah, it's like I know a lot of trans people who have the same opinion, and it really shouldn't be that shocking that we do. But I've talked to people who are like, whoa, that's so shocking, and I'm like, it really shouldn't be. It's just silly. And the other thing I want to talk about is it's just for not just guns, but weapons laws in New York, New Jersey area. More so, I think New York actually. They don't even allow people to have tasers, which is just so fucked up. Like, especially for women. It's just like I go walking around there. What if somebody tries to assault me? I mean, what if somebody holds a knife to me or something like that? Or it's just like pepper spray is the safest way. It's safer than actually getting into a conflict with somebody. My lipstick's coming off and it looks terrible. I'm just gonna worry about that later. But pepper spray, I think it's safer for you and it's safer for the other person because they don't get stabbed. You know, I carry a thing of bear spray around. I carry a boot knife around too. And whenever I carry weapons around, I try to make them look at. I used to carry this one around, which is not a good idea because this is obviously, you know. But the reason I carried this around was because I figured the more intimidating the weapon, the less likely someone's gonna fuck with me if I pull it out on them. I just love this thing. It's just so excessively intimidating. And the company, actually, no, I think the type of knife is called a timber rattler. I just love it. Oh my god. I could go into this. This is a World War II German bayonet with really amazing balance. You swing it around, it goes fast. Oh my god. You guys are probably not interested in that. But yeah, but what I'm talking about is just, yeah, it's just like a safety thing, honestly. And I think we should view it less as like, guns rights, less as, there's people out there who don't want any guns out there. And it's just like, you can't have that because then all the bad people are going to have the guns. It's just, yeah. What else am I thinking? Like, I think that, I think a lot of guns out there are pretty cool. But it's like, if you're going to restrict guns, just don't completely like say no guns whatsoever. Um, just like restrict extended capacity weapons and that kind of stuff. Even then, it's just maybe I don't know. People can get guns at gun shows that are pretty unregistered. Okay, this is driving me nuts. Um, but it's I don't really think there's that big of I don't really think there's that big of an issue with people buying guns. I think the issue is the people, not the guns. I think we have an enormous psychological crisis in this country. With depression, anxiety, increasing rates of narcissism among people in our generation. Just all of that. And I think that contributes to the problem. And it kind of bothers me that nobody's willing to talk about the underlying causes of these problems that we have. And just like you people get more angry than anything else when you bring those up, you know. And it's just like the thing is that with like the guns rights things, people for some odd reason it's stuck on the right. And it's like, oh, this is a right issue, so the left has to disagree with this issue because the Republicans disagree with this. You know, I mean, the left has to disagree with this issue because the Republicans agree that everybody should have that guns should be accessible. Blah blah blah. It's just like a lot of our politics today. You know, it's just I feel like a lot of our politics today, the way people act and people's opinions are entirely based on their party lines rather than their actual opinions. Yeah, it's a more political video. But yeah, it just drives me nuts. And the fact that people are surprised that, oh, a trans person supports guns kind of represents that because trans people are traditionally viewed more on the left side of the spectrum. And it's just like, oh, this just like bonkers, you know. I wish people would calm down. I wish people would just, I don't know. I shouldn't be too wishy-washy or whatever you want to call it. People are people are stupid. But yes, guns are cool. I mean, it's like, I just think they're interesting. I've just seen a lot of people do a lot of really cool tricks with firearms. So, and it's like I think it's a part of American culture too. Probably get crucified for saying that, but I really think that it is a part of American culture. You know, same thing with things like archery and fishing. Kind of fishing's everywhere. It's a bad argument. There's nothing really to talk about right now. I can show you my cool weapons. I like swords too. This one here is a full-length K-bar. I got it on Amazon. It's not really that much quality because the blade, I think it's a screw-in where you can't unscrew. It's probably glued or something like that. But it was about $50. So I'm assuming the blade doesn't go all the way down to the hilt, or it's literally you just screw the blade on or something like that. It might not be. In fact, it probably isn't. But if you look closely enough, I mean, you can't see it. There's like a little part where there isn't blade here. Also, I'm not sure. This is actually pretty sturdy metal too, but there's no distal taper to the weapon too, which kind of bothers me. But I do like this weapon a lot. I think it's cool. It has a nice serrated edge to it. This one's just badass, you know? Whoosh, whoosh. I'm trying to think about other stuff I could talk about. I could just talk about politics and how annoying it is that trans people are in the political sphere, but yeah. Right now I'm actually just trying to, so YouTube has this stupid algorithm thing where videos have to be 10 minutes long to get like more views or something like that. And the other thing is like the more you post, the more views you get, the more people will see your stuff, which is stupid because it's like, why are we focusing on quantity over quality when quality is what's important, you know? And it's just like, why would you do that? Seriously. I'm also recording all these videos in one night, you know, so yeah. But yeah, this is a World War II German bayonet. It's just like the balance on this thing is incredible. Damn. I gotta get some more modern ones, modern weapons too. Yeah. And then this is a Damascus steel dagger. Balance isn't very great, but what it says on it is power of positivity. Actually, this is positivity is power. It's a way I think of being more positive in my life. Yeah, with a stabby mechanism that's really pretty. So go figure. And then I got this one here, which is like I actually refurbished this one. It's really cool as a chainmail hilt. Somebody told me the hilt looks like it's sand casted. I accidentally broke it when I was cleaning it because I'm an idiot and I stepped on it. Um, yeah, but yeah, this is actually it's a decorative sword. It is cast iron. Does that kind of bluish thing to it. But yeah, I really like it because it does look cool. It's better balanced than some of my other swords, which is really funny. And it is a screw in. You can unscrew the pommel. The blade doesn't go all the way down to the thingy, which it's supposed to. But yeah, and it's not sharp. It's cool. And then this one here is a common made replica of the Lord of the Rings Aragorn sword too. Also a screw and actually surprisingly well balanced. It's pretty. It was made in China though, and it just looks cool. I like it. I like to paint the blade too sometimes, and then I take the paint off because I don't like the paint job I did, and I repaint it, and then that happens. And I have other weapons too in my apartment, but I can show you guys those later. Ow! I am getting hip cramps. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Bye, everyone. Also, my voice sounds horrible on this microphone. Don't judge me.